You know, there are a few things in life that I will just simply never understand. I'll give you a few of them. One, I don't understand how Batman and Robin, the one starring George Clooney, actually saw the light of day. Two, it took me years to figure out that the Five Heartbeats were not actually a real group, but it was a group based on the Dales. And three, why nurses continue to mess up the bag. Why do they do this? I mean, at this point, I could make a whole series on this channel about nurses who continually mess up their bag. And I actually might do so. And if you have a good name for it, for that particular segment, let me know in the comments. But today is no different. We're going to talk about a nurse from Louisiana who has fumbled the bag and will most likely face a lot of time in prison. Let's get into it.
But you can live pretty well by yourself.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again back with another video. And yes, we are going to talk about another nurse who decided to get greedy and therefore fumble their own bag, jeopardize their own license that they worked very hard for. And the crazy part about this is the nurse that did this is a children's author. Let's talk about it. So, a New Orleans nurse who authored a series of children's books was indicted by federal authorities Thursday on 6 counts of healthcare fraud. It says, according to documents filed in the U.S. District Court of New Orleans, Charmaine Lawson Baker, a 56-year-old nurse practitioner, submitted more than $12 million in bogus Medicare claims, getting reimbursed for $1.5 million. It says that prosecutors alleged that for 12 months beginning in October 2018, Lawson Baker took bribes from a Utah company and in exchange had her private nursing practice submit claims for genetic testing for cancer. The company, which the indictment does not name, placed ads on social media saying the test will screen for patients' risk of certain cancers, though the indictment says such tests are not covered by Medicare because they don't diagnose a disease or condition. And in the limited circumstances when such tests are covered, they need to be ordered by a physician, the indictment says. Now, in some states, they do allow nurse practitioners to make certain orders, but in other states, and Utah must be one of them, they don't play that. And Medicare is like, we didn't sign off for this. We're not trying to cover this. You should have never got funding for this. So what's really good and what's going on over here? Now, the interesting part about this is I wonder who goes through the audits when claims like this first come through. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in that part of the game, but it's interesting to say the least. The testing was advertised as costing participants little to no money, and Lawson Baker would speak with them for only about 1 minute before submitting the claim, the indictment says. The orders were induced by the payment of kickbacks and bribes, not the product of a doctor-patient relationship and examination, not medically necessary, and not eligible for reimbursement by Medicare, quote, prosecutors wrote in the indictment. The alleged kickbacks and bribes, which the indictment does not quantify, were referred to by the company as network-based consultations. The indictment says Lawson Baker did not account for those payments in 2019 on a 2019 bankruptcy petition she filed in federal court, which prosecutors say was an effort to conceal them because she knew they were illegal. Lawson Baker has published more than 30 books according to her Amazon.com author profile. These include her children's book series, Nola the Nurse, as well as House Calls 101, in which she gives other nurse practitioners tips on how to begin their own practices. In or around 2014, Lawson Baker also published a book about Medicare rules and regulations, according to the indictment on her website. On her website, Lawson Baker offers webinars ranging from $25 to $300 a course in which she teaches the content in her book, House Calls 101. Lawson Baker awaits arraignment in the U.S. District Court of the Eastern District of Louisiana. Her listed attorney, Clarence Robbie Jr., did not immediately respond to a call for comment. I made $110,000 my very first year as a licensed practical nurse with less than 1 year of education. My name is CJ Kyles, aka the High Value Nurse, And in my brand new ebook, The Ultimate LPN Mindset, I give nurses, seniors, and healthcare workers alike the tips and the tricks that I use to shape my mind into what I needed it to be to get the money all up in these nursing homes and in these medical facilities so they can get the paper they deserve. And you can go get it at thehighvaluenurse.com. Now this article comes from NOLA.com. Link will be in the description, ladies and gentlemen. But again, we just have another case of a nurse becoming greedy, getting greedy, and now they're gonna serve. She's probably gonna serve time. I have no doubt in my mind. She's probably gonna have to pay all that money back. I mean, I don't know how the legal system works when it comes to stuff like that, but most likely she's either gonna get hit with paying all that back, and she's probably gonna do some jail time on top of that. I don't understand, and I guess it just must be a thing to where greed completely takes over. It's one of the 7 deadly sins, and it's a mother, especially when you put in front of money and people are just dangling money and bribery and opportunities in your face. But to me, ladies and gentlemen, it is simply not worth the risk, because she gets caught. The people you don't want to play with is the government. Don't play with the government. Stop trying to play with the government. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get it. It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, just do it the right way. Start your own practice, go by the book, and God will bless you if you have it in your heart to do the right things. But these people getting caught up on charges, and now you are simply another nurse who fumbled their bag. And it's sad to see, because I'm sure she worked very hard to become a nurse practitioner, but they're not gonna play about their paper, and neither should you. So let me know what y'all think in the comments, because this is a crazy situation. Temptation is a beast, but I've never been tempted to risk my license or get caught up in some mess that I could just not deal with. You dig what I'm saying? So let me know how y'all feel in the comments. This one is a doozy, but I had to cover it because I think we should start putting out examples of what happened when you get greedy within this nursing game, and if you don't take it serious, what could happen. We work too hard for our license. We go through too much, going through school and all that stuff, and jumping through hoops and tests and exams and state boards and all that kind of stuff, and continuing education credits and just all that stuff just to throw it all away. Just can't do it. Can't be me. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name is CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again back with another video. And if you don't do nothing else, please get paid. Young nurse, get paid. Make sure you go to thehighvaluenurse.com, download the Ultimate LPN Mindset. My brand new ebook is on sale right now for $19.99. Go get you a shirt. Go check out everything on the site, and I'm gonna holler at you in a minute. Peace.